Hello everyone. The paperback edition of Spare has been announced. It is going to be released in the autumn. Funnily enough, around His Majesty's tour to Australia. There is apparently going to be no major updates in it. However, the Kindle edition included details of Her Late Majesty's passing and how that all played out, which are going to be included in the paperback edition. The hardback edition apparently didn't have that. So there's that. So we're going to be having a look into how Harry feels, what's going on. There's talks of an olive branch. He's not included any more new details to try and, restore some kind of energy with the king, with, relationships, not to seem like a complete douche canoe. So we are going to have a look into olive branches and all things. First of all, we're going to start with Harry and have a general reading about the paperback of Spare. I did predict that he was going to do a paperback. There was going to be an edition come out, even though apparently sales have fallen completely off of Spare. The content has been serialized, and whether it's been on social media, YouTube, or in the mainstream media, this book has been fact-checked, taken apart, and everything by lots of different people from the tarot community all the way through commentary, and everybody has looked into it and went, recollections really do vary, don't they? Anyway, so let us have a look. We're going to start off with Harry. If you're new here, I work in layers. So the first layer is going to be Harry's energy around this. Then we're going to have a bit of a look into the olive branches, potentially Megan's energy around this. And then possibly His Majesty's energy around this as well. So let us have a look in to Harry first. So you use a Celtic cross spread. Let's go. Let's have a look. Straight away, we have got the Knight of Swords at the center of this. What is Harry most fixated on at this particular point? We have the Knight of Swords in reverse. Now, this could be him feeling like he's maybe overreached with the past judgment and his past contents, if you will, and came crashing on in. Or there's something definitely with the Knight of Swords in reverse. The Knight of Swords in reverse, of course, links into security services, policemen, and by extension, bodyguards as well. So there's a kind of self-serving thing. You've got to remember he's got his International Protected Persons case ongoing at the minute. And with that as well, there was an incident that the judge had requested some of his earlier, I don't know if it was a newspaper case or the IPP case, but one of the judges in one of the cases, he has many, requested some drafts and edits of Spare, and they'd all been destroyed apparently. How convenient. So this is potentially trying to throw off some questions around Spare by not necessarily updating it. And the IPP case, there's something there with the IPP. There's something there with the IPP. Let's see what's crossing over it. Yeah, judgment in reverse. Trying to shift over in window. He feels judged and damned no matter what he does. No matter what he does, he's feeling a little bit sorry for himself. I wonder if it's a bluff, I wonder if there is actually going to be something in Spare that mentions his IPP case in a new one. I wonder. The Hanged Man in reverse. He hasn't learnt. He's still feeling sorry for himself. And the Nine of Swords is in reverse. Oh, he's in a bit of a state. There's some self-inflicted anxiety and worry going on straight away. The Hanged Man in reverse. There is no sacrifice, if you will. There's no learning here. So that makes me a little bit suspect. There's something else going on with this. He hasn't changed his spots. He's just trying to get leverage with something. What's leaving the situation? Six of Swords is in reverse. Doesn't want to travel. Doesn't want to do things. And security. If I was Penguin Random House, which I'm not, they should be a little bit aware that he will eventually blame Penguin Random House for the contents of Spare. And more or less say they put him up to it. Because we have this whole thing of not moving on. That could well be assisted, like it could be inferred that he's still not over. He still thinks himself as a working member of the royal family. But to me, there's an energy of, I don't want to travel because people are like evil. Well, I don't want to travel to my home country because and I wonder if that's tying into the release of Spare and him blaming something on Spare. Of course it won't be his fault. He didn't collaborate with Ghostwriter for months. Let's see how this is interesting. I didn't know what to expect, to be honest, coming into this. King of Wands is in reverse. He's going to have an issue, big issue, with a fire sign man. Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. Big issues. Now, that can be a fire sign man in media dunking on him about this. That can be a fire sign man within the publishing world, having a statement about the paperback. But there is a fire sign man coming up. And when it's in reverse with that King of Wands, there's frustration, there's blocked creativity. It could be the author of the ghostwriter, of the original Spare, weighing it in on this somehow. That's interesting because it's a creative source. Harry's got a big risk coming up, a massive risk. He has been. The risk is he thinks it's like, he thinks Spare is going to be a big risk. Why would you think it's going to be a big risk when it hasn't got any new revelations in it, so to speak? The Two of Swords in reverse. The Two of Swords in reverse show a decision that has been forced for him. What's he wanting out of all of this? A fresh start, a new start coming in. What's the outcome? Can't walk away from it. That's the thing. He's committed to black and white, his version of events. And no matter how reductive he is and changing things and redrafting timelines and curating the information to fit with his narrative and all of that kind of stuff, or Meghan's narrative, whatever. He can't walk away from this. They've kind of got him in a deal. Let's pull a few cards for his relationship with the publisher. I think this is gonna go very south, you know, real quick. Every time he's going to say he is abused because of his links to his mother, and people want a ride out of him, and it's all linked into the story and narrative with his mom. Okay. Eventually, because we have got these two things here, I don't know how soon it will happen, but we will hear some serious dissatisfaction with the contract with Cannon Random House. It could be very soon, or we're talking into late 2025. But he can't get out of it. It's a very forced relationship. He's going to say that they're revving him up and giving him artificial energy, if you will. Everything. And they're really making him work hard, you know? Oh, yeah. He's going to feel immensely sorry for himself with this. There's an energy here with linking into him being overstimulated, him being forced, and him being made to perform past what is usually expected of him. We do have meat on a hook, so he's gonna try and say that he has been treated like a piece of meat. Let's have a look at Meghan. He's trying to back out of it, interestingly enough, with this energy. We shall see. He wants a complete change of fortunes with the world. He wants the ending of Spare Harry and a bringing in of a new Harry. The risk, I wonder if the risk is the timing, because the timing is when His Majesty is on tour in Australia. It's a really bad Australian accent, sorry. Let's have a look at Meghan. Meghan and Spare. Six of Pentacles. We've got to take it, Harry. We've got to take the money. She's wanting drama from this. She is wanting big drama from this. Lots of messages, lots of articles that she's wanting some major drama out of this. And pushing him to the front. Now, in the tarot, the King of Pentacles relates to, it can be a very wealthy man, someone with abundance who's very grounded, or it can mean astrologically you have got Virgo, which Harry is, Taurus or Capricorn, all the earth signs men. This King of Pentacles above is, you got there, you earned some money, make it about you. But what's underneath this Ace of Wands? She's really frustrated. She's really frustrated. She wants the drama, she wants the attention, but she wants him to take the L. No, Harry, you go, you say you're a piece. But the Ace of Wands in reverse, she's doing this more like she hasn't got a, what would you call it, a barometer with this. She's very frustrated, very angry. Ace of Cups. There's some serious love bombing going on, so she wants him to do it. Okay. Ooh, we've got a Tower moment coming up. We've got the Sun, what's on her mind, and we've got the Empress that's surrounding her. The Empress is the matriarch of the tarot. The Sun is a vibrant new way of doing things, a vibrant, shining of the day, innocence, children, joy, which is a very popular word going around at the moment. So her mindset is this kind of rebirth energy, creative energy. Now we have got the Empress surrounding, so there's also a link to a matriarch and mother, and that matriarch and mother could be how Megsy would like to be seen, how, as in, I want to be like Princess Diana, or it could well be something to do with Doris, or potentially she's going to try and say, look at me, I've got 2 beautiful Cabbage Patch Kids, kind of thing. 5 of Cups. Oh, she's regretful. And the 8 of Pentacles coming in, working. They're going to have a Tower moment. There's a risk involved with all of this, and there's a Tower moment coming out as well. Let's have a look at how she feels about Harry right at this moment in time. This isn't the thing with Megsy's cards. They are so kind of jarring. You get like all these kind of positives, and then you get the Tower is completely the worst, and the Ace of Wands is just, when it's in reverse, there's a lot of frustration, muted anger, kind of an impotent anger, if you will, swelling up inside, and you go from the Tower to working to accomplishment. So it's just kind of like, it's very jarring. Her energy is spread so far out all over the place because she's trying to be so many different people and not being herself. Yeah, here's the virtual reality. She's absolutely unhinged. Oh, right, okay. The Trolls come out as well. The Ghost. Oh, the Ghost of the past. What's going to come out about you? Eh? What's coming out about you, Megatron? What have you done? Who have you upset now? Who haven't you upset? This woman is internet addicted. I would suspect that we are going to get a scene of ramp up with trolling around Catherine and William and the King. I expect they're going to have a hand in some, allegedly, some left organisations in Australia doing Not My King stuff. The virtual reality headset there, she's not in this reality. She's terminally online all over the place. The Ghost card there, something is going to rise from her past, a spectre, and she's not going to like it. Okay. Let's have a look at how His Majesty feels about this. One thing I've got to say with Harry's card and Meghan's cards, that apart from an indicator for Harry on Meghan's cards, and an indicator for security, there's no indicators really of the royals. Let's see what the King thinks of Spare's release. See if he knows much about it. His Majesty. 8 of Pentacles. He's just focusing on work. Head down, get on with it. It's pretty standard energy for King Charles, to be honest. 7 of Cups. We all have choices. There's an element of feeling a little bit gaslit, but there's also an element of the 7 of Cups this way. It's just like there's so many choices and there's so many different ways like all of this could go. he is focusing on his work. He is focusing on being a master of his craft, if you will. But the Seven of Cups crossing over, not too surprising. Two of Cups is in reverse, and the Hermit is in reverse. Underneath it all, Harry is a Virgo, and underneath it all, we have the Hermit in reverse. And the card that astrologically aligned specifically just to Virgos, one of them is the Hermit. So there is some displeasure with either the timing of this or his relationship with his son. The Two of Cups is in reverse. The Two of Cups in reverse also can mean that there's still a very big void above both parties. I think the King has got, so there's a disappointment there with him. The King still thinks Harry doesn't get the damage he tried to cause. Page of Wands, leaving the situation. And Nine of Wands coming up with boundaries. The Page of Wands there, I feel like the King is thinking it's just a load of kind of creative nonsense. Let's see what's with the Nine of Wands. People are pushing His Majesty's boundaries, interestingly enough. The Six of Swords is just move on, just keep pushing, just go ahead, just move on. So how he really feels about it is just like, just move on. These things now happened years ago, a different lifetime, if you will. Three of Pentacles, there is still what's surrounding them. Look, the Three of Pentacles is in reverse. The olive branch, I don't see it. Self-serving for Harry, I do see it. Convenient for Megsy, completely unhinged at the moment. The Three of Pentacles is in reverse here. The Three of Pentacles being in reverse shows that there is no working together going on at the minute. The Seven of Swords is very much just move on. Just continue on your journey. Just move on from it. Move on from it. The Five of Wands, what he doesn't want is a load of affected fighting. So there's an awareness here from His Majesty that a lot of this is just for effect. A lot of this is just done to stir trouble with timings and stuff. And the outcome, Nine of Pentacles. Interesting. There's going to be a bigger focus on Catherine. There's going to be a bigger focus on Catherine. I feel like there's going to be something with Catherine coming down around the time this book comes out. And now the card is in the positive, so nobody lose their minds. Please, thank you. It's in the upright. But there is going to be a bit, that's quite good. He's quite measured. I've got to say, when you read the King's energy, he's quite measured and everything's very spaced out. There's a chasm here, but there is some boundaries now. Interesting about that tower moment for Megsy and the ghost as well. We shall see. Keep an eye out for that. But I feel there's something big coming down the line for Megsy. And there's something uncomfortable for Harry as well. Oh, well, we shall see. We shall see. That is what I have in the cards for you today. Thank you very much for joining me. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you very soon for another reading, guys. Take care, everyone. Bye.